Good evening, everyone, boys and girls. This is 3 Points Dave from BeerLeagueHeroes.com. Dave from All Things Warriors News and Notes, presented by Beer League Heroes. So, got things I want to talk about tonight. Just get off my chest a little bit. This vlog will be a little bit longer, so bear with me, please. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to the fans, those that have hated my opinions and those that have supported my opinions. Obviously, it's been a trying year for the Oilers. They've made some improvements, but they've also made, they've, to put it in a good term, they've also downgraded, so to speak. We're 29th, obviously, but there's been some improvement. You look at the point total, for wins. We've got 70 points, so there is improvement. 31 wins, there is improvement. Goal differential's an improvement, so there are small improvements within the organization and the team. And it's only going to get uphill from here. We've got an established NHL 8-year veteran head coach in Todd McLellan. We have, like I said in my previous vlog, an established executive that's won a Stanley Cup in Peter Chiarelli, a veteran general manager. So, and he's not afraid to make those bold moves that McTavish promised that obviously he didn't deliver on. And Todd McLellan knows how to make players better. So it's only uphill from here. So let's just wait and see what happens here in the offseason, and, we'll just see what happens, see what changes they make and see who leaves and see who goes. But I want to thank every one of you. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this, because you guys give the reaction, you guys give the opinions, the feedback to my vlogs. You guys disagree and agree. We all debate. Most of us name call, really no need for it, but it's, we're passionate. We're extremely passionate fans, and, we're diehards, and, we wear our heart on our sleeves. Some of us are tier 1 fans, season ticket holders. Some of us are tier 2 fans. Fans that don't go to a lot of games and watch them at home. And I'm a tier 2 fan. So, there's it's a love-hate relationship with the Oilers, and there's a love-hate relationship with myself and you fans. I know there is, because a lot of my opinions piss you guys off, and a lot of them, you guys love them. So, like I said, I'm a controversial vlogger, and, I'm going to say what's on my mind, and, it's, whether or not you agree with it, it's your call, but I really, really appreciate your support. Both of the haters, if you will, and the supporters. I am very thankful of it. I'm very appreciative of it, and I'm honored to do these vlogs for you guys. Extremely honored. Now, my second point is why. Why do I do these vlogs? Well, I do these vlogs to reach out to you, the fan base. I do these vlogs. Why? Because I need to have a source to express my opinion. And I think, when you have debacles like we did 5-0 against Calgary, there was a lot of ticked off fans, a lot of fans that really wanted to trade everyone from the organization. There was even some fans that called out McLellan to get fired. And, that's just a passion and the hatred of losing to Calgary. I was even livid that night. I'll admit I went over the top, and I shouldn't have went to the point that I went. I went too far. And, that's something I'll have to work on moving forward. But, this is my first, 2-3 months doing this vlogging thing. So there's always going to be room for improvement, right? I've got things to work on myself, and that's going to be one of my points, but I'm not there yet. I do these vlogs, like I said, because it's for you guys. It's to get the reaction from the fan base, to create debates, to create discussion, and quite frankly, I want to have all the communication with the fan base, and if you disagree or agree, that's cool. It's fine. And that's why I do these vlogs. It's for entertainment. I couldn't get into broadcasting, because of reasons, and that's why I do this. It's the next best thing to broadcasting for me. So I enjoy it, and like I said, it's entertainment. and a lot of you have seen my lunatic vlogs of just flying off the handle. I mean, that's all raw emotion. I know I've been approached by some of the fans that have asked me, hey, 3PD, are you acting in some of those? No. No, sir, no, ma'am. That's all emotion. That's all raw emotion. That's me being me and getting sick of the losing. I mean, all the organization has done the past 10, 15 years is lose, other than the Cup final of 06. So it's just a lot of frustration built up, a lot of that stuff. And, a lot of us fans, we're sick of losing, and let's hope it turns around. The future of the vlogging. Now, there will be future vlogs happening. There will be some in the near future pertaining to off Oilers things. And there will be some in the future pertaining to Oilers things. I will still be doing post-game analysis vlogging into next season. And hopefully next season into the playoffs for the Oilers. There will be future vlogging. There definitely will be. Personal cons, pros, and improvement. Yes, I do tend to cuss a little too much sometimes when I'm vlogging. I tend to use the C word, which I really shouldn't. I tend to use F-bombs when I really shouldn't. I need to, quite frankly, some of you may disagree because you like the emotion, but I need to tone it down a little bit because people are gonna think of me as, a lunatic kind of thing. And I don't want to get that reputation of being a madman. I really don't want to get that. I want to be a guy that you can approach and talk hockey with, talk the Oilers with, and have really good discussions, really good debates. And my pro is that I'm knowledgeable about the game, but my con is that I need to control my emotions better. And like with improvement, I'll get there. I will learn how to control myself. Even after we deal with a big loss, I need to control my emotions a little bit better and not fly off the wall and look like I'm going to smash something or punch a hole in the wall or something. I'll get better at it. I'm still getting used to this. It's a new experience for me. I'm still extremely green at vlogging. Beer League Hero, he gives me pointers every vlog on what I got to improve on. So, I'm never going to stop improving. There's going to be endless improvements to, make my vlogging experience even better. And, in the end, I will be more professional. You're going to see less anger in the vlogs, you're going to see less of that stuff because I have to learn to be more professional. And, when I lose it, I don't think when I speak. And that really, really hurts me because I end up getting eaten alive by fans. And it's like, 3 points, what the hell are you talking about, I got to learn to control my emotions, and I'm going to definitely work on that. This offseason, with the vlogging of the Oilers, I'll work on it. And then starting in the next season, we're going to see almost like a newer 3 points Dave. A newer approach, a newer attitude. I got to be more distinctive with my comments. I got to be more observant with my comments, and I'm gonna start seeing about getting into the statistical side a little bit more. I know I'm not a huge fan of stats, but they do help when you're talking about a certain sport. They do help. So I'm going to get some guys at beerleagueheroes.com to give me a hand with stats and just kind of show me that side of the game a little bit, because I'm still old school where I watch the guy play and I don't look at stats. But little do you know, the Chicago Blackhawks are statistically apparently from what I've heard, the most analytical team in the National Hockey League. So I should probably get more involved into that side of the game of hockey, because it may give me a clearer view on the off-season moves that not just the Oilers make, but all 29 other teams in the National Hockey League make. So I'm going to work on that, as well as improving my attitude when it comes to vlogging. Now the PC and Tom McLellan pressers, Peter Shirley mentioned size. He mentioned improving the defense in a meaningful way. And he did say on record that if he can make improvements without taking away from the core of Taylor Hall, Ray Nugent-Hopkins, and Jordan Eberle, he'll look at that. He's not going to make a trade for the sake of making a trade. For the sake of making a trade. And if a deal is there to be made, he'll look at it. It doesn't mean that he'll do it, but he'll look at it. And yes, he can trade the pick if need be, but it's got to bring help right now. So Peter said that he wants to get some more size overall throughout the lineup, especially on defense and in the bottom six. We could probably use another body or two in the top six for size to help out the likes of a Draisaitl or Connor McDavid. He did address the captaincy. He did not say who's going to be the captain. Let's establish that right now. He did not say who will be the captain of the Oilers. He just said that there will be a captain. All of a sudden, you've seen all these media experts saying, oh, Connor McDavid's a captain. Connor's going to be the next captain. We don't know that. Nobody knows that. All right? Now, there has been people that have said, oh, well, I have insiders with the Oilers. I know people within. Everyone says that. Okay? Myself, I do have a friend. I'm not naming names, but I do have a personal friend that does have a little bit of insight. But I'm not going to name people, and you'll probably call me out for it and say, oh, you're bullshit on that. But I don't know anything either. I really don't. The Hamonic and Shattenkirk rumors that the Oilers were involved in, my friend told me that before the rumors actually came out. And that's my proving point, that I do have one person that has inside ties. I do. But I don't really go by it because they're rumors. They're rumors. And you can't base anything off of rumors. And I don't pay attention to a lot of the speculation or anything, like with the captaincy. Taylor Hall, he's been here 6 years. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Justin Schultz came here partly because Taylor Hall convinced him to. Taylor Hall, everything that's signed, all kinds of memorabilia, it's signed by Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall brings a lot to the table. I like Taylor Hall. I think he's a tremendous player. But even Taylor Hall could end up being the captain. Connor McDavid. At the year-end interview, Taylor Hall said that Connor McDavid, he was the one that everyone was looking to for leadership on the ice. Connor McDavid led by example. He was the first one out there and the last one. And the last one off the ice. Working hard, taking no shortcuts. Connor could be the captain. We don't know. All right? Now, Tom McLellan's presser, he mentioned a foundation, a structure. There was improvement within that. Within the foundation, there was improvement in the foundation and the structure. There was improvement in team play. They competed. They battled. They were not getting blown out every night. They were not folding their hand. They were they had work ethic. Most nights they played hard, as he said. And he said, next year we can hit the ground running because the foundation is already laid, the concrete's already poured, the concrete's already set. Now you build on that set concrete. So now that's next season. And he was asked about the possibility of moving Nuge to the wing. He said that he had considered it, but he thinks that Nuge is better suited as a center. So, with all that being said, those are the pressures. And there's one more thing he said in regards to goals against. The Oilers had 203 goals for, and the playoff teams, goals for wise, were not far off, guys. We're not. The playoff teams that were closest to us in goals for were, I think, 206, 209, 216, and 218. So we're not far off. It's our goals against that kicked us in the butt. It's our goals against. And we have to shave off, I think, close to 30 goals to even be considered. And that's a lot of goals. That's a goal and a half a game or something like that, Todd McLellan said. It was something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was along those lines. But those are the pressers. Those are some comments from the pressers. I do believe that there's light at the end of the tunnel with this organization now that Peter Chiarelli and Todd McLellan are in charge now. I do believe that the arrow is going to turn green and point up. I do believe it. Now, as for the off season, who knows? If we land number one, we get Austin Matthews. I honestly don't see them trading it. I don't. I know a lot of fans are going to say, well, why keep a raw prospect all over again? Guys, he's not raw. Matthews is almost on the same level as Connor McDavid. He is. May not be as flashy, but but from what I've been told, he's almost on the same level as Connor McDavid. There won't be any developmental struggle, so to speak, with Matthews. There might be for the first little bit, simply because he played in Europe against men, but in Europe. Different ice, different kind of game, right? Less hitting, less physicality, more speed, more skill. But I don't know if they will keep the pick. I'm kind of thinking they will if they win it. Otherwise, they'll trade it for an established defenseman, which is what I would do personally. But that's just my opinion. If they get Patrik Laine, I could see them trading for sure Jordan Eberle, because now they have a shooter for Connor McDavid. And you guys may not have heard this, but Patrik Laine is now actually being compared to a possible Mario Lemieux. So let's keep an eye on that. I seen that in a report. I think it was from Sportsnet. So let's keep an eye on that. What the Oilers could possibly do is trade that first pick for a puck mover and then move Eberle for a shutdown defenseman. Then that pushes Clefbaum and Sekera down to the second pairing, which pushes Nurse and Davidson down to the third pairing, or you put or you re-sign Greiba, put Greiba on the third pairing, and have Nurse and Reinhart start in the minors, which isn't too bad. Even Peter Chiarelli said, if Nurse and Reinhart start in the minors, we're doing good defensively, very good. Because that means that you fulfilled the needs that you had to fulfill. PC also said that the backup goaltender position is wide open. Anything will happen with that. Either they get a veteran backup, or LB works his ass off and takes it in training camp next year. Or next year, I should say, not next year. That's a little too far off. But that's all I have to say for now. Comment down below if you want to. Let me know your thoughts. Let's get a little bit of discussion going. Can't guarantee I'll reply. I've got a busy life over here, so I'm usually busy when the vlogs end up going up on Facebook and Twitter and whatnot. So I'll try to reply if I can, but I can't make any guarantees, guys and gals, all right? Like, share, comment, subscribe, please and thank you. This is 3 Points Dave for BeerLeagueHeroes.com. I wish you all to have the best of a summer, the best of an off-season. It sure as hell is going to be an interesting one, and I hope you enjoy the playoffs. Have a good night.